Okay, so we're going to go through how to run successful competitions on Facebook. So what we're going to cover is how to work out your competition strategy, how to capture all the entries on autopilot, and how to turn the losers into customers. Now, as I go through, if you've got any questions, just hop right in and ask me and we can deal with it there and then. Okay, because I have a tendency to talk a little bit too fast and rush things. So if I do, just slow me down. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so why competitions? So lead generation is one of the biggest challenges for everybody at the moment, and it doesn't really matter what you sell. It's always a problem across the board. And so many people have become protective over their personal information that they just don't want to give their emails out. It's hard to get lead magnets through to people now because they just don't want to give their emails out to you. Because they get like over, I don't know, you get so many emails every day, don't you? And they've all learned, everybody's learned they don't want their inbox filling with junk. So the way that we're going to run the competition is a mix of Facebook and email and Facebook Messenger. And the way we do that is with competitions, it's a way of getting people onto your list without them really knowing they're getting onto your list effect. They're going in for the competition, they're going for the prize. So prize giveaways can be a really good, powerful tool to use to get people in. There's lots of people use competitions, but they don't do them effectively. What they'll do is they'll just post it up on their Facebook page without much thought, get loads of likes, loads of comments, but they don't actually capture everybody's information, and they just really hope and pray that they will turn into customers when they're not really going to without putting a plan in place. So why competitions? People just love them, don't they? They love the excitement of thinking they're going to win something. And they're easy for you to set up on Facebook and connecting up the messenger. So what we're going to start with is the most important piece of the framework is the prize. That is your most important thing to get people interested. So the prize is what tempts your audience into your giveaway. Now, it's got to be worth them giving their information over to you. So it's got to be a good enough prize for them to enter. So you don't want to be offering something like an iPad because it needs to be relevant to your business. Okay. When you're choosing your prize, think of something that your ideal customer wants, something that is part of your business, not just a random weekend away for two or something like that. Because the way we want to do this is we want to offer the loser prizes as well. So it needs to be related to your business. It could be one prize. It could be a gift card to use at your store or your services. It could be a bundle of prizes, maybe a bundle of smaller prizes that you put together to make one big prize. It needs to be good that people want it. But you obviously have to work out the profitability of it as well. You don't want to give away something that's so expensive it's going to put you in the red. And you want to make, as I said, you want to make sure it's relevant to your business. So then everybody who enters, we can turn them into customers, because if they're not your ideal client, we don't want them. And the reason why a bundle of prizes might be a better option for you, depending what your offer is, if you just got one prize as a giveaway, if somebody's already got it, they might not want to enter because they think, oh, I don't need that because I already got one. So if you have a bundle of smaller items put together, it might be more enticing to somebody, but it all depends on what you do and what your offer is. Okay, so loser prizes. Yes, we have to give away loser prizes. That is how we turn those prospects into customers. So depending on what your product or service is, you could, for example, offer a 10% discount across your products. You could offer maybe a £20 discount when they spend £100, or they could get an item free when they buy something else. It's all related to buying something. They get something free, or they get a discount free, or they get a money off. And this is the key. The loser prize is key in turning everybody who enters into buyers. So we plan all the prizes out at the beginning before we start building the competition. Okay, so when you're thinking about your competition, now you could center your competition around a theme. Now you don't have to, but this is one way that you could work it out across the year. So you could, for example, have a Black Friday competition, which maybe runs 2 weeks up to Black Friday, and the prize could be given the day before Black Friday. Now, and it's a little bit late to do Black Friday now, but maybe for next year it's something you could think about. Or you could have a Christmas competition, you could have a New Year competition, a Valentine's, Easter, you could do a summer competition, or you could work a competition around a certain day that's relevant to your business. So I don't know, do they have like for Jane, for example, do they have like a photographer day of the year or something like that? Do they have a
photography day? But I usually use other things like International Dance Day.
Right, okay.
So Black you could Friday.
Yeah, so you could work around a specific day that's relevant to your business as your theme for your competition. But you don't have to have a theme. You can just have a competition if you want to. But what you can then do is you can plan out your whole competition calendar for the whole year, because you want to use competitions as a way of generating leads. So if you look to hold one competition every 6 weeks, that's like 8 competitions in a year. Then, you know, every 6 weeks, you're going to be building your email list. You're going to be building your messenger list. You're going to get leads into your business every 6 weeks by running a competition. Okay, so how long do you run your competition for? So depending on what theme you've chosen, you could run your competition anything from 1 day, you could have it over a weekend, or you could have it over 2 weeks. It all depends what it's around. Unless you have a massive following on your profiles already, I would suggest a minimum of 4 days just to get started. And if it's not tied to any sort of other theme like Black Friday or Christmas or anything like that, I would just set it for 2 weeks. Then you've got enough time to get enough momentum on your competition, get enough people entered, get enough people commenting and sharing on it. Okay, rules. Is everybody okay so far? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you need to set out your competition rules before you set it live. You need to work out, for example, who cannot enter, how many entries per person. The prize cannot be sold on to somebody else. The date that the prize needs to be used by. You need to state that the prize has no alternative value. If somebody did try and sell it, or they can't cash it in for something else. If you've got any age restrictions on your prize. You need to put your guidelines down on how they're going to enter. You need to say how you will choose your winner. Now, all of these rules are for you, for your backup. If anybody comes back to you after you've chosen the winner and they start complaining, you can go, they're the rules and guidelines, and I followed those. How the winner will be chosen, and then share how the details about how the winner will be announced, how and when the winner should claim the prize, and disclose your details about how if it's a product, how will it be delivered to them? Like, have they got to be, depending how big it is or small it is, have they got to pay for delivery to get the prize delivered to them, or do they have to come and collect it? If it's a service, an expiry date of when they've got to use it by, and also acknowledge that Facebook has nothing to do with your competition. Now, you could, there's different ways where you can put these rules, but you could just, after you've posted up, which we'll go into later, about your competition, you could make a separate post. These are the competition rules, and then you can refer anybody back to those rules on your page. That would be the easiest way to have them, so anybody can read them whenever they need to. Okay, so how it works. So I've worked out 10 essential steps that you're going to need to create this competition. And we use Facebook, Messenger, and ManyChat, which is a chat bot. And the reason we do that is it's all automated, so you haven't got to keep sending things to people and commenting on people and things like that. So we'll also connect up if you have an email account, like an email autoresponder, like ActiveCampaign, that would be connected as well, so you can get everybody who enters into your email list. If you don't have one, that's okay, because ManyChat does have an email feature. It's not amazing, but it's better than trying to send an email out from Gmail, for example, and putting everybody in the BCC and trying to send it out that way. So it's better than that. Okay, so the framework. So step 1 is what we've already covered, the prize. So we've covered the prize, got that out of the way. Step 2 is all about the images. So before you start anything, you want to create all the images that you want to use for your competition to promote it. Now, if you have a designer on your team, that's great, but most people don't. So I suggest using Canva, because I think it's fab. I used to use Photoshop all the time, but I just use Canva now because it's so easy. It is free, but you can upgrade to the Canva Pro account, which I did, and I haven't gone back, because you get so much more. You don't realize until you get on it that there's so much more stock photos on it when you upgrade to the Pro account. And it's really dead easy to take backgrounds off your photos when you're creating your images. So you need to create lots of awesome looking images for your designs to promote competition. So you want one for your email, so like a header one that goes on your email. You want 2 which you're going to use on Facebook or Instagram. Now, and in Canva, you can just click, I want to create a Facebook post, or I want to click an Instagram post, or create, and it gives you the sizes, so you don't have to go off and find the actual size that you need. It tells you the size that you need, so it's really good. The social ones are for promoting your competition. Don't put a lot of text on it, but you can put a little bit of text on it, because if you want to turn them into ads, you can't have a lot of text on your image. Then you want a square image that says, thank you for entering, your entry is confirmed. Then you can have another image which is promoting that the competition is closing soon. Then you will need another image, which is your winner's announcement image, which is going to tell people the winner's been chosen, find out if it's you. And then you can have a loser's image, which is a sad face, but then they get offered the discount, so it's not so sad. And then you need another image, which is going to be your discount coupon image. Because text with images is always better than just text, because people like visual, don't they? So you've got roughly there about 9 images minimum. You can do as many as you like, but I would say they're the minimum amount of images that you need to create. And if you create them all in advance, once you come to put it all together, it's so much easier to put it all together. Okay, so when you're creating those ones to go on your Facebook page to promote your competition, I've done a couple of examples for you here. Now, Facebook's cracked down on what they call clickbait, which they don't like people ask. They don't like you saying in your messages, comment below, comment below with this word or emojis, tag your friends, share the page, like the page. They do not like you doing it anymore, and they've cracked down loads on it. So when you do your image, don't put comment below with the comment, just make it simple and put the description that you're going to put, which we'll go through in a minute, in the description.
Are you suggesting we don't use emojis at all?
No, they don't like it. What it is, Facebook doesn't like it when you say, drop an emoji below if you like this post.
Right, okay.
Because if then what it does, it's okay if it's when you start getting hundreds and hundreds of people commenting on your post, Facebook's algorithm will pick it up and go, they're being spammy, and they'll start reading your posts and they'll go on and they'll shut you down. So if it's okay to do it on, if your page isn't that big and you don't get that many comments, it's fine, but you could get shut down. So it's best not to do it. So you don't want to just say, comment below with an emoji if you want to enter, or tag your 3, you know, like you used to see loads of them, didn't you? Tag 3 friends, share this page, blah 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 blah. There's loads of them. They cracked down because it was getting too spammy and people didn't like getting tagged all the time, so they don't do it. So this is the way of getting around this. So make sure you don't put that on your images. There's an example of your square image that you're going to use inside ManyChat, which I just do it 1,000 by 1,000 to make a square image. And then you can put whatever you want on that. You could have a picture of the prize, whatever your prize is, or you can just have a nice gift. You can use GIFs as well. So instead of an image, you could have a GIF. So inside ManyChat is a couple of GIFs I came up with quickly to show you examples. You can get videos. I don't know if you know this, but you can get videos inside Canva and create your own GIFs. Have you ever used Giphy.com to make GIFs? Anybody? No? You can, on Giphy, you know, like when you post a GIF, on Facebook, and you can click the button that says GIF and you can choose a GIF. They come from Giphy. So you can go, it's giphy.com. And there's loads of GIFs already pre-made that people have made. But if you can't find one relevant to what you want to use, you can just make your own. So you can just go into Canva, and there's an option for videos. You can take the video, take it to Giphy, and then you can put your text in Giphy, because you can do funky text in Giphy and make it all wavy and pop and sparkle and do all sorts of things. And then once you've done that, Giphy will give you a URL code, which you can use then inside to show the GIF inside ManyChat, which we'll go through after. But that's how you can create your own GIFs, and you can create them and download them and put them on Facebook as well for your brand. So it's really cool.
Does that need the pro version of Canva?
For videos, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's quite new, the videos. So I'm not sure. You'd have to log in and have a look.
Find out.
But there's loads and loads of video clips on there.
I think you can do the same thing through Adobe Spark as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so creating your own GIFs makes it look, people just like GIFs, don't they? Okay, so step 3 is you will need a ManyChat account to connect this up. ManyChat.com. This is where our chatbot comes in. Now, ManyChat is connected up to your Facebook business page. You can have a ManyChat account for free, but to do what I'm going to show you, you do need the pro account, and that is $10 a month. So it isn't really that expensive for what it's going to do for you. Now, if anybody needs help setting this up, if there's enough people, I could see if Dewi will put on another session of how to set up your ManyChat account. We'll have to see how many people want to do it. But there's loads of instructional videos inside ManyChat that shows you how to do it. Okay, so step 4 is writing your emails. So we're using emails and Messenger, because we're going to hit people twice. The reason is some people read emails, some people don't. You get so many emails, you don't read them, do you? Email open rates are around 17 to 20% on average. Sometimes you might get up to 40%, depending what your subject line is. But most people's are around 20%, where Messenger open rates are above 85%. And that is why we're using Messenger, because your message is going to get through to a lot more people. They're going to see it. A lot more people see it. but we have to do both. We can't just forget email altogether because it still does work. So the emails that you're going to write, oh, excuse me. You're going to write one which is confirming their entry into the competition. You're going to write, and now these don't have to be super long emails. And just write them as if you were talking. I always do my emails, which you might have noticed when I email out to Kevin. I do them as if I'm talking to you. You do them as if you're just talking to the one person, not to the group of people. So you're confirming their entry. It's just as if you're talking to somebody. You just write it as if you're chatting to them, whatever you would say. And then it comes across when people read it. It's you, and that's what they want to. It's from you. So you're just confirming their email, and you could confirm the rules as well in that email, or you could link them to the rules, to that post that you created on your Facebook page, and telling them when the winner is going to be announced. Then email 2, you'd have email 2. Now this is optional depending on what your offer is, what your loser prize is. There's 2 ways to give the loser prize. You can give the loser prize out in advance of the winning prize, or you can give it out after the winner's been announced. Now, it all depends on what you're giving away as your loser prize and what you're giving away as your prize. Because what you can do is you can send an email out 2 days after saying, seeing as you entered our competition, we're going to give you, and whatever your loser prize is, you give it to them up front. So it might be, if your loser prize was, I don't know, 20% off whatever the prize was, you could say, we're giving you, you don't have to wait to find out if you've won. Why don't you buy it now? And I'm going to give you 20% off. But don't worry, if you do win, we will refund you the difference. So then they're not going to wait until that winner's been announced to buy it. They will buy it up front, but it all depends on what your loser prize is. If your loser prize is nothing to do with the big prize, then that's it's not an issue. It won't stop them buying. Or your loser prize is given at the end when they found out. So number 2 email is optional, depending on what you're offering. Number 3 is an email telling them, hyping them up about, we're going to announce the winner very, very soon, and that's getting them a bit excited. And you could link them back to your Facebook page saying, tell everybody how excited you are. Number 4 is the email saying, the winner is going to be announced today. Keep an eye out on your messenger. And number 5 email is an email telling them whatever discount voucher or coupon that you've given them on number 2, either prior or after they've won, is an email telling them that it's going to expire soon, whatever date you put on it. You must have an expiry date. People always wait to the last minute before it expires before they use it. If you don't put an expiry date on it, then there's nothing to make them do it. So always put an expiry date on it. So that's all the emails. You can add in extra emails if you wanted to, but that's the minimum emails that you need. Okay, number 5. Now this can look a bit complicated. There's 2 ways. This is what a flow looks like inside ManyChat for your competition. And you build it bit by bit. So it's not as, once you start doing it, it's really not as scary as it looks. There's 2 ways that you can get people from your Facebook into your messenger flow. You can do, one is where you put a post on Facebook and you set it up so when they comment with a certain word in a sentence, the ManyChat chatbot will automatically like their post and it will automatically comment on that post for you. So you don't have to manually keep going and replying to everybody who's entered. It will do it all for you. And then as soon as it has done that, it will activate the chatbot and they will get this first message inside Messenger. And on the comment that you've set up, the auto replies, it will say something along the lines of, thanks for entering our competition. Look out for a message from us, which you need to confirm your entry. So as soon as Messenger pops up on their phone, they're expecting it because they've just read that other comment, which they've been notified of, saying that you've replied to them. And it does happen pretty quickly. I'm going to give you a demonstration after to show you how quickly it happens. So once they're in the bot, that's option one. The second option to get somebody into this flow is you can have a URL. So you could create your post on Facebook and you would put, to enter this competition, click the link. And then the link will take them to, will open up Messenger and they will get this first message. So they're the two ways that you can get people in. With the first one, they always have to have options to carry on through the flow. So they've got to click the buttons. Now, some people won't click them, they'll just drop off. If they do drop off, then we don't want them anyway, because they're not really that interested, are they? So the first one is going to ask them to confirm their entry. What have we got? Yeah, so it's going to be a message greeting, depending which way they came in. If they click the comment one and they automatically got it, it'll say, thanks for commenting on our post. We need you to confirm your entry, click below. So that would be this first message. Then you'd have that picture, that square picture that you used on your Facebook page, on your post, would be inside Messenger as well, because that way they know they're in the right place because the two pictures match, and in their brain it goes, yes, this is the competition. And once they click yes, they confirm their entry. This is where we will get them to confirm their email address. Now, because ManyChat is connected through to Facebook, it automatically populates their email address with the email address they signed up to Facebook with. So it'll automatically show their email address there, and all they have to do is click it. They don't have to type it in unless they want to change it. So you can then put, if this is not the right email, type it in below, and then they'll put it in. Once they've entered their email address, then we would have a picture showing the picture that says, yay, you're in, you're on the list. Or you could have a GIF that you've made that says, yay, you're on the list. Now, with chatbots, Messenger that has a 24-hour message rule, where Facebook introduced this with chatbots because so many people were spamming you with loads of messages as soon as you got into their flow. They put in this rule where you can only send messages within 24 hours of somebody clicking a button inside of your messages. So the way to get around it is they have an option which is called a one-time notification. So what we have to do is on this message, we have to tell them, we have to say, we're going to notify the winners through Messenger. If you want to find out if you're a winner or not, I need you to click this button below to get notified. So they need to click this button to get notified, and that will let us send them a message outside of that 24-hour rule. So then they will get put on a special list so we know who has opted in to get that message or not. Because if you try and do it, if you don't get people to do this one-time notification, it won't let you do it. They're pretty strict on it. Then what we do is once they've done that, the next question will be, now you can't put on your Facebook post, share this, and tag this, because like I said before, Facebook doesn't like it. But what we can do is we can ask them to do it inside of the Messenger bot. Facebook doesn't know we're doing that then. So what we'd say is, would you like to get some extra free entries into our competition? All you have to do is share the post, and it's a button which links. It's a special code that you put in front of your link. You click it and it will automatically open up their Facebook page with your post ready to share. And all they have to do is click it. Now, this example I'm showing you here is we've got another message which then says, do you want to tag a friend when they share it? Because this competition is a prize for 2 people. So we say, who you're going to bring with you if you win? Tag that person. depending what your prize is, you could ask them to tag one person. Don't get them to tag loads of people, because that's when Facebook might pick it up as a bit spammy. But so we're just saying tag one person and you will get an extra entry. And then after they've done that, we then say, thank you very much. Would you like to go to the post and share us some love? And that will link them back to the original post where they can make another comment if they want to. But you can always put a button that says no thank you. You always put a button on the share, no thank you, I don't want to. Because if you don't put the no thank you, they're just going to leave. So always put a no thank you, and then you can take them to a no thank you message, which will say, okay, no worries, have an awesome day, we'll let you know when the winner's announced. And you could put a nice gif with a wave or somebody happy, have a nice day, something like that. Now, if you look at all the yellow boxes that we've got on this flow, all of these are tags. And what they're doing is every time somebody clicks a certain thing, we're tagging them. So when they share it, they get tagged. When they opt in with their email address, they get tagged. When they share it, when they tag a friend, they get tagged. And then we know how many, we've given this person some extra entries because they've got all these separate tags on them. Are we all following it so far? Am I going too fast? No? Okay, cool.
Will you get a copy of these slides?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, we can. We'll get them posted up on in the Facebook group or on the page. Then the last thing that we do in this flow is we put this pink one is a wait delay. Now you can put a delay as long as you like, but it's got to be within those 23. I do within 23 hours. You can set them as well, so they only send between a specific amount of time. Because you could say, if you put a wait on that for like, I don't know, 4 hours. If they started going through your flow at 10 o'clock at night, and then you put a wait on for 4 hours, they could get a message at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and they wouldn't be best pleased with you. So people who don't turn their phone on silent when they go to bed. So you can put another condition in which says only send messages between, I don't know, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, so they don't get middle of the night messages. But this wait is only 30 minutes, so that's not too bad. And what it does is it just thanks them for sharing and wishes them luck for the competition. And it's got a nice, have a nice day and a GIF, and it just makes them feel nice and happy, basically. So that is the competition flow to get everybody into the competition. So all of that will happen in the background without you having to do anything. The only reason that you would have to jump in is if somebody typed a random question in the middle. You would see all of these messages inside your inbox in your Facebook page. But nobody really should have a question in any of this, because it is pretty simple. You just have to click the yes, no. Okay, so the next stage then is scheduling all those emails that we created at step 4. So your first email would be set to go out straight away. So as soon as they get on your email list, so inside that flow we just went through, as soon as they've confirmed their email address, they've opted in. And what you would do there is you would connect up your active campaign. So as soon as somebody says, yes, that's my email address, it automatically puts them onto your list inside your active campaign. Then that email would go out straight away confirming their entry. 2 days later, I would send email 2. That's with your discount. That's the optional one if you want to offer them the discount up first. Email 3, that's the hype one. I'd send that 2 days before your competition ends. Email 4 would be on the morning of the competition closing, and that's the one that's going to tell them we're going to notify you by messenger. And email 5 would be on the morning of the coupon or voucher expiring. Now, emails 3, 4, and 5, I would also schedule matching social media posts to go out on your social medias like your Facebook and your Instagram. So they would, if they didn't see the emails, they'd see it on Facebook or they'd see it on Instagram. So it all connects. You can't send messages out on Messenger for these because they haven't opted in, and it'd be outside 24 hours. The only way you could do it is if you paid. You can pay to send sponsored messages inside Messenger. Then you could send them messages out about these 3. But other than that, for free, you can't. Okay, then once you've scheduled all your emails, then you need to create the winner and the loser flows inside ManyChat. Now, this is done in what they call a broadcast, because it's using that outside the 24-hour window tag. And you set it up with a condition. So you would tag the winner and everybody else would get loser tags. Whoever's got the winner tag, or if you've got more than one winner, then you'd have a few with winner tags. They would go through one flow, similar to what we had, telling them what the prize is and how to claim it. And then all the losers would have a different flow, and it would say, like that GIF we had earlier saying, no, sorry, you didn't win. But then you could have a time delay and it'll say, but don't worry, I've got this for you instead. And then you would give them your loser prize, telling them how they can spend their loser prize, depending what it is, giving them a link. If you had like a Shopify account, you can link it directly into ManyChat, and they can click and buy straight from there. They can even pay inside ManyChat for your product as well, or you can take them straight to where you want them to buy it using the coupon, or you can take, if they have to book an appointment, you could take them to your booking appointment page like Calendly or Acuity, something like that. You can do coupons depending what your offer is and how you want to give out coupons. There is a way where you can give coupons out and you can give each person a different coupon. This way, people can't share coupons and they're just one-time coupons. Depending how detailed you want to go with it, or you could, if people have got to come into your shop, say, and show the coupon, you could just have it as an image on their phone and they just got to show you it when they come in. Here's my coupon. Depending how they're going to redeem it will depend on how you want to do it. You could just have one code, which is for everybody, and it all expires on the same day, or they can each have their own coupon. You can even get really fancy and you can have mobile wallet apps that can connect up to ManyChat, where they can have the coupon, has a QR code on it. They can store it in their Google Pay or their Apple Pay, and they can redeem it through there instead. So there's many ways of giving your coupon depending how detailed you want to go with it. Okay, step 8 is testing. It's all about testing. You've got to make sure everything works before you set it live. So make sure all your emails go set at the right dates. Make sure that all the links inside all of your emails work. Test all your links for your chatbot. Test your flows in your chatbots. There are ways that you can go through all of these without actually setting it live. And then once you know it's all perfect and you think it's perfect, send it to somebody who has no clue about what you do or no clue about what your competition is, and say, click that link and enter my competition, and see if they can do it. I usually send things to my mum because she's not that very technical, and it's quite a good test because if she can get through it, I know most people will get through it. So send it to somebody and get them to test it. And then you can go in, you can look at them, make sure they've got the right tags on them, that they've been tagged. You can check that they're on the right email list, and then you know you're ready. So always test, because you don't want to set it live and then your link doesn't work, because that'll just mess everything up for you. Okay, so you've tested it, you know it's all ready to go. So all the images that you have created earlier, now you can get ready and post on your social media. Get your scheduler set up. I like to use Later, but there's so many schedulers you can use. You can even just schedule straight inside Facebook. Now, the first post, as soon as you know you're ready to go live and the date that you're ready to set your competition live, you need to create that post, the first post with the link or the like and comment up in your Facebook. And what you do is you click on the image, and then it opens up in like in a browser, and you need to copy the URL from the top of the page That is the link that you need to go then and take it back and put it into your ManyChat, which is the link that they need to share when they want to share your post. They need that link. And then there is a sharing link that goes in front, which I haven't got it to hand, but I will share that with you when I share the slides. That you put it in front of it, and then when they click it, it creates it into a sharing post. But you've got to put that flow. So as soon as you post it up live, you've got to do that straight away, because as soon as that first person enters, they need that in the flow ready to go. Then you can schedule all the other images, posts, everything that you've created, all in the scheduler for the whole 2 weeks of your campaign. So it's all ready to done. You haven't got to worry about anything. If you've got an email list already, that email image header that we created, use that and email your list saying, I've got this awesome competition coming up. It's live on Facebook now. Click here to go enter, and take them straight to the post on the Facebook page. And then number 10 is promoting the competition. You want to promote it everywhere you can. You could go into groups and tell people that you've got a competition running. You could put it on your personal profile, put it everywhere, so everybody knows you've got a competition running. Then at the end of the competition, then you need to pick your winner. So depending on what rules you set up at the beginning, how you told people you were going to pick your winner, then you need to follow your own rules. There's a couple of different ways that you could pick your winner. If you're just randomly picking a winner, you can go to your email list and look at them all and just randomly pick somebody off the list. Or if you don't have an email list, you can go inside ManyChat and look at everybody who got tagged with that competition tag. And again, just go down the list and randomly pick one. Or you could export the whole list into a spreadsheet. You could take it to one of these computer generated platforms that will randomly pick your winner, upload your list, and then they will randomly pick you a winner. You could even record that as a video to show and prove that the winner was picked at random. But just make sure you follow the rules that you set yourself up in the beginning. Okay, so let's have a quick recap. We've been through quite a lot, I think. So we create the strategy and the prize, collated all the images, wrote all the emails, got it all into the ManyChat in place. So I showed you how to work out the competition strategy, how you can capture everything all on autopilot using ManyChat, and how you can use coupons with expiry dates with a series of email reminders and follow-ups to turn those losers into customers. Email, always mix the email with the messenger. Can't just do one. Okay, so I'm going to show you a demo now. Have you got any questions so far? Are we okay?
Nope.
Okay. Right, I'm going to show you a demo that I've got on my Facebook page. Can you see Facebook now? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a demo one. So I've set this up. If you typed anything, now you can go do this afterwards if you want to check it, but I'm going to show you. Anybody, I've set this up. So if anybody types any word like win in this, so you would put, like I put here, comment below, I want to win, to be within a chance of winning our competition. Now, this is not a real competition, it's just demo. But you could have, tell me why you want to win, and start your sentence with, you know, like the olden days when you had those competitions, the back of magazines, it was always, tell us why you want to win. And you had to put a sentence first and because, and then write the answer. So you choose a single word in ManyChat as that keyword, which is going to trigger your chatbot. So I've done it as win as the word. So any combination of sentence that has the word win will automatically action the chatbot. So if I type in, I want to win this awesome competition. Now, I hope it works now, because sometimes things don't always work, but when you're showing other people, so okay, so I've got win in my So I've done that. Now we just got to wait. It should happen within a couple of minutes. So you might hear my dog is snoring in the background, by the way, if you can hear.
Does it have to be the same case? You've typed in capital Win there.
Yeah, I've set up so it'd be lowercase and uppercase, so it doesn't matter how somebody types it, it will work. Now it's not working because I'm showing you.
You can see the one underneath anyway.
Yeah, this was what I tested this one last night. Let's just refresh the page. It's not come up yet. Sometimes it takes a couple of minutes. So this is one I did last night. So this is the automatic. So it automatically liked it and it automatically commented from me saying, look out for a DM from us to confirm your entry. And then what happens is when it works, it will then send me a message. Now it does work, I promise you it does. When you're waiting for things, minutes seem like hours, doesn't it?
It says the C response.
Say that again.
I was going to say, oh no, that's the old one. Sorry, don't worry.
Yeah, that's the
Talking
old
to
one.
myself.
It's not working yet.
Would it be because you've already commented once?
Well, maybe. This is true. Do one of you want to go on and do it? You might be right there, Jane. Let me if I post this in the group now. So one of you want to go click it? Oh, it's not working. I'll tell you what, I'll show you another way, an easy way. This does work, but I think Jane's right. It's not doing it because I've already commented. I can do a demo through here. Can't remember where I saved it. Sorry, wrong one. I've got too many. It's a different competition. This one. So this is how you test it. Once you've done your flow, you can click preview and it'll open up in your messenger. Okay, so you get this first message. Ignore the other messages above because I've already been through it before. So it says, thanks for commenting on our demo competition on Facebook. Click below to confirm your entry. So then you can click confirm my entry. Thanks for entering. as this is a demo one, it's not the full one as I showed you before. So you could have your gift there, like I said before, just your entry confirmed, and then it's saying get more entries. So when you get more entries, that is when you offer them, like I said, to share the post. Would you like to have another entry into our prize? Yes, please. You have to keep people coming through the flow, not just ask them the question. So you say, yes, please. Then you give them the options. So this is where you would ask them for extra entries if they want to share the competition with their friends, get more people into the competition. And then it looks like I'm typing, but that's just the bot. You can set that up. So that's where they would share it. This is another flow now because it's asking if I'd like it, but you can make these flows go on for as long as you like. So that's how a demo would look like. I can get back now to my other page. That's it really. I think that's the end of the That's it. Has anybody got any questions about anything to do with that?
No, not really. Where you obtain their email address in that last slide, do we have to tell them anything about GRPD?
GDPR. No, because they're opting in.
Because they're choosing to enter it.
Yeah. So if I show you where has this one got it in? No, I've got another one. They're opting in to give their email address. So this is the one I showed you. So it says here, confirm your entry. Please confirm your email address or type in your best email address to opt in. They're giving you their email address.
Right.
So they're opting in. If they don't click it, then you haven't got it, so you can't opt in, but they're opting in there. You could add in some extra text if you want to, but you don't need to because they're opting in. And then you can set the tag that they've opted in as well.
Right, but they're opting into a competition, not really to your mailing list. Do you need to make that clear?
But they're opting in to get the competition. So you could add extra information if you wanted to, but that you're only emailing them about that competition, and they can unsubscribe whenever they want to. So when you send them the emails, you'll have the unsubscribe on the bottom if they don't want to receive them.
Right.
But they know that they're opting in. You can add, I wouldn't, but you could if you wanted to. And you can put on any of your messages, always put a no thank you, or you can unsubscribe anytime by typing unsubscribe, and then they can unsubscribe if they want to.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I don't think so.
Jane?
No, I was just thinking for that, it isn't very clear on GDPR, is it? So could you make it really clear and explain that you're opting into this competition, but give them another option to opt into your email list?
Yeah, you could at the end. What I have on some flows is where, like at the end where they get the thank you, you can say, would you like to be kept up to date with our news and offers? And then they can say yes. Okay. And then you can tag them to say, yes, they've opted in to receive promotions, news, things like that. And you could say on that also, we only send maybe one a week, or depending on how often you send them. You could state that before they say yes, they want to, or if they say no, they don't want to. And in that email option, you could say at the beginning, you could say, we will confirm your entry via email. So you're opting in to receive emails about this competition. and then everything you send them is about the competition. But people have the option to unsubscribe anyway. I think as long as you're not spamming people, that people won't report you. It's only when you get those spammy emails from people that you get, somebody might report somebody as spam. But as long as you're not spamming, overloading people, I think most people are fine. I wouldn't worry too much about that. So what do you think? Did you like it?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. I've seen lots of things suggesting Facebook competitions, but I haven't seen it using the chat bot before.
Yeah, it's really effective.
Not what I was expecting.
No.
I was expecting it to be quite spammy and in your face, but it's quite subtle, isn't it?
Yeah. So, people like it. It's easy for them to do on the phone.
Yeah.
Interactive. So, yeah. Give it a go and let me know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, will do.
Awesome. So, right on time. Look, 1 minute to go. Whoa.
Impressive.
Okay, so I'll get Derry to put these either in the group or up on the on their website, and I'll link it to everybody so you can have a look. And I'll put the sharing link, because you need to put a link in front of the post so they can share it. Otherwise, it just takes them to the post when you want them to share it. It's a specific URL. Do you want? I could give it you now in the comments. Do you want me to find it?
Yeah.
Let me, we've got to share now. If you copy that from the chat, you put that directly in front of the link to the Facebook post. So it'd be the https:/Facebook, whatever your post is, that goes after that equal sign. And then that will share it. And you can test that yourself on any post on Facebook. Okay, so that wraps it up then. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Hope you enjoyed.
It was really interesting.
It was interesting.
Awesome, thanks.
See you
Okay,
soon.
great. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Holly.